Alyssa. Today, we're just going to be doing a chillax, get ready with me. I'm going to throw some stuff up on my face, and we're also going to be doing the get to know me tag. Basically, when someone's new to YouTube, they answer a bunch of questions. This is a video that a lot of people have done. Basically, the questions are to help you guys get to know me a little bit better. Because I will be focusing on answering the questions, I'm not going to be talking about every product that I'm using. But if you want to know what I'm slapping on my face, you can go down into the description below and I will have a list of everything. So you can check it out and see what we got going on. So also, if you see me looking this way quite a lot, it's because I have the questions over here on my laptop. So I will be looking to see what those are. Why don't we get started? Question 1, where did you grow up? I grew up in Burbank, California, which, if you don't know, is part of LA. It's where Warner Brothers Studios is, and it's also close to Universal Studios Hollywood, near Beverly Hills. There's that. Boom, eye primer. I lived in Burbank until I was about 15 years old, and I moved around a little bit. I lived in the Inland Empire of California, which is like Rancho Cucamonga, Rialto. I lived over there for a little while. I moved to Arizona for a few years, and then I ended up settling in San Gabriel Valley, which, if you don't know, that's kind of where Covina is, West Covina. If you've ever watched the Netflix show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, West Covina, that's where I spent most of my adult life living. Question 2, where do you currently live? I live in North Carolina because my husband is in the Army and he is stationed here. So we are up at Fort Bragg, and yeah, first time living in the South. Well, we lived in Georgia for like 7 months and then we ended up over here. So I'm still adjusting. It's very humid, different climate, you know, different environment, but it's not so bad. I honestly kind of like it. It's pretty chill. So there's that. I gotta make sure the palette's not blocking the view of my eyeballs so you guys can see me. Who is my best friend? That's a tricky question because I don't think I just have one best friend. Definitely my husband. My husband is my best friend in the whole wide world, which is why I married him. But also I have a friend named Chelsea back home in California who I love dearly. I have a friend named Ariana back in California who I love dearly. A bunch of other people who I miss and think about every day. My cat was walking on my laptop, of course, because that's what she does. Aren't you a little troublemaker? Huh? You want to say hi? Huh? You want to say hi? Little troublemaker? Oh, she does not like when I pick her up. She is not one of those cats yet. She's still little. So when I pick her up, she gets pissed. Love you. So, question 4. How tall am I? That's an easy one, right? I am 5'7". Question 5, dogs or cats? I used to be a dog person. I have had a lot of dogs throughout my life. After having a cat, I can honestly say I love cats. I love cats so much. I think I've had this inner cat lady inside of me just waiting to burst out because they are just the cutest, most fun little creatures, even though mine's kind of a menace sometimes because she can be a little wild. My husband is convinced that she comes from a generation of wild cats and is like a first generation indoor wildcat. But she is my little tabby and I love her. Her name is Mila, by the way. In case you don't follow my Instagram and see the hundreds of cat videos that I posted. Funniest moments throughout high school. High school? I'm a little old to be answering that question. It's been like 12 years since I was in high school. To quote Jenna Marbles, I'm a 32-year-old lady, but actually I'm 27, but I'm turning 28, and I feel like I'm a 32-year-old lady, so there's that. Funniest moment, though. I don't like to talk about that part of my life. It is not my favorite. I much prefer the adult version of myself than the cringy, raver pants-wearing high school version of myself. So there's that. Okay, moving on. How about question 7, what year were you born? I was born in 1991. Are you in or have you gone to college? This is question 8. I graduated from college last year. Woo! I graduated from the University of Laverne in Laverne, California. I got my BA in education. I was going into elementary teaching. However, the Army has kind of detracted that a little bit. but it's all good. I will find my way. It's not the end of the world. Taking some time to pursue my other interests like makeup and beauty and writing and all those things I wanted to do but were too exhausted in college to do them. So it's quite nice, really. What is your favorite drink? I love iced coffee, like cold brew. I drink a lot of iced coffee. It's my favorite. I really like boba teas, so like a Thai iced tea with boba is my jam. Although my favorite's probably the honeydew milk tea and the, what's it called? The osmanthus oolong tea. Love it. What is your spirit animal and why? My spirit animal is the phoenix because I believe in the power of rebirth and rebranding yourself and tearing yourself apart to build something new and even more beautiful. So the phoenix is my spirit animal. I do plan on actually getting a phoenix tattoo eventually. My to-do list, so I'm sorry. I don't know what this is. You're wearing perfume. What scent is it? Great question. This is the Daisy Dream Kiss by Marc Jacobs. I don't know if they still have this one or if it was limited edition, but I love this stuff. And I will be honest with you, it is not long lasting at all. It fades in about 10 minutes, but I just love how just like fresh and springtimey it smells. It's great. It's great. I love it. Tea or coffee? It's a hard one for me. I'd say coffee edges out tea a little bit, but I do love tea as well. So there's that. What do you guys think? Should we go pink, yellow? What are we feeling? Or we want to do an all pink look? I feel like I've been doing that a lot lately. Let's do yellow. What are your life goals? Oh, wow. Well, my husband and I want to have kids. So probably like next year, we're going to be trying to have some children. Teaching. Want to get back into teaching. I'm thinking I want to be a math professor one day. So that's like a thing that I want to try to do. I want to write a book. And I want to get on camera and play with makeup more. And live fabulously. Goal number 1. So there's that. Any books you read changed your life? Actually, yeah. There's a book I read a long time ago called White Oleander. And I forget who the author is, but it's about this girl's mom who kills her boyfriend with a white oleander poisonous plant, and the girl ends up going on this journey. Yeah, it was a really good book. I don't know why exactly I think it changed my life. I think just the style of the writing really inspired me as a writer. What's your favorite movie? That's a hard question for me. I've seen a lot of movies. I love any older movie that has like Dick Van Dyke. Like I love Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I grew up watching Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I could watch that movie a million times and still love it. Mary Poppins. I also love the Jurassic Park franchise. I can watch those movies all day, every day. Other favorite movies. Tarantino films, Pulp Fiction. Love it. Kill Bill movies. I really liked District 9. I'm kind of a big sci-fi nerd, so District 9 was really great. I really liked, what was that sci-fi movie with Tom Cruise? Oblivion, I think. That was a good one. There's so many movies. I can't pick a favorite movie. Who are your favorite YouTubers? There's a lot of them, but I can tell you the ones that I watch the most right now because I'm subscribed to a lot of channels, but I've noticed lately there are particular YouTubers I click more than others. So I guess I could break my favorite YouTubers down into categories. So for beauty, which is obviously the main category, Beauty Christie. I love her. I watch basically every video that she posts. Mariah Leonard, Samantha Ravindall, Tarte, love her so much. Samantha March, I've been watching her videos for years and I'm a big supporter of her. She's basically my life goals. I'd like to be a YouTuber and a writer just like she is, and I find her story very inspiring, and her videos are very well organized and well planned, and I'm kind of that way too. I like to be organized, and eventually I'd like to have a channel like hers, so I really look up to her a lot. She does these Will I Buy It videos where she goes through what makeup releases are coming out every week, and she talks about like, you know, her pros and cons for why she would buy it or maybe not buy it, and I just really like her opinions because sometimes I want to impulse buy something. And then she kind of, you know, says, you know, okay, well, do you really need that? Like, do I need this? And I'm kind of like, you know what? I don't know if I need this either. And she's just the voice of reason for me a lot of times. And I really respect her. So highly recommend checking out her channel. I will link some of the channels I'm talking about below. Well, I guess I can link all of the channels I'm talking about below, because why not? Any other beauty YouTubers, I watch a lot. Jeffree Star. I watch a lot of Jeffree Star. And, I mean, Jay Kissa. I watch Jay Kissa a lot. I mean, like I said, there's a ton, but there's some lately that I watch more than others for various reasons, or maybe I've just, you know, my tastes have changed a little bit. So there's in the beauty community. And yes, I watch Rich Lux. So if you ever see me saying The House, it's because I watch Rich Lux a lot. Okay, other YouTubers. Kyrgyzokt. I love watching Kyrgyzok's videos. It's the videos that are educational, and they talk a lot about science and world issues, and they have the little animated birds and humans and other things, but I love their content. I think that they're great. I like watching their videos a lot. I watch PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Obviously, we need to win the war against T-Series. It is critical. And I watch Jeremy Johns. He does movie reviews. I enjoy watching him a lot. Do you speak any languages, and how well? I used to speak a little bit of German. However, my German is very, 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 very rusty. But a little bit. A little bit of Spanish. I took 2 years of Spanish in high school. That was 12 years ago. Do I remember any of it? No. But that's okay. Hablo un poquito español. Un poquito. It's okay. And I mostly just speak English. Putting some primer on my face. Are you single or taken? I am married to my best friend in the whole wide world. We are coming up on our first anniversary, May 4th. First wedding anniversary, but we have been together for going on 6 years now. Let's see, what is your idea of a dream date? Me and my husband eating a delicious dinner at home with candlelight, and then watching a movie, and then going out afterwards for a little nightcap, chilling out in the car, watching the stars, man. Catching some shooting stars. We used to do that a lot. We go drive up in the hills, watch some shooting stars, bring a blanket, and we would just have the time of our lives. So my husband and I, we're not like, you know, go out and party all the time, but we like to just keep it chill. And yeah, I'm a little more social than he is. He's a little more introverted, so we try to meet each other halfway and do like a little bit of going out and a little bit of staying home. And he's really good about making sure he gets me out of the house enough so I don't feel too cooped up. So we like to go out and do movies. We go on bookstore dates. We like to go to Barnes & Noble and, you know, have coffee and do little book dates. And yeah, we like that kind of stuff. So, and we like going to the beach. Okay, I'm back with a beauty blender. This is the Real Techniques. I love these. I just got a new one too. How long was your longest relationship? This one that I just talked about. How would you describe your fashion sense? I would describe it as very Californian. I wear flip-flops everywhere, even when it's 40 degrees outside, which after moving to the South, I had to readjust that a little bit because it was causing me some issues with freezing. Tank tops. I wear a lot of dresses. I really like florals. This one's really cute. It's got the little... I like floral dresses. I like early kind of vintage, kind of chill, I guess. Very chill vibe. If you've ever been to a Torrid before, that's basically my fashion sense. I basically almost exclusively shop at Torrid at this point, so there's that. Okay, next question. What is your go-to hairstyle? This one, except not pulled back, just kind of in the front. I wear my hair straight almost all the time, mostly because I'm too lazy to curl it. But the other day, I tried out some space buns, and they were adorable, so I might want to experiment some more. I do occasionally like to curl my hair, make it kind of like beach bum wavy. I'm really into that. Sometimes I wear my bangs. I don't really have bangs right now, but you know what I mean. Like, I like to wear them like here. I kind of trained my hair to do that. Other times, I tuck it behind an ear, just kind of do it that way. And how many siblings do I have? I have 2 younger brothers. Very cool. They are both musicians. I think they are great kids. What is your go-to fast food order? Chicken nuggets from McDonald's at 2 a.m. after having a few drinks with my friends. That's kind of, yeah. It has to be 2 a.m. chicken nuggets or it doesn't count. Also really like Taco Bell. I like their Chipotle chicken grillers. Sometimes I get those when I do want fast food. When I'm back home in California, obviously In-N-Out, but there's no In-N-Out here. So I've tried Checkers. Checkers is a thing out here. They're pretty good. Next question. Do you use PC or Mac? I use a Mac. I used to be a PC person. I've converted. I love my Mac so much. My grandparents purchased it for me as a gift when I started college because they knew I was going to need a laptop, and I have not gone back since. I love my Mac. I love that it syncs with my iPhone and my iPad, and it's all in the cloud, and I love it. It's easy. It's simple. It took me a bit to get used to. Like, I was like, how do I control alt delete, and what is this command key for? And, you know, there's a bit of a learning curve the first few days, but then you get the hang of it, and then you're like, all right. So, yeah. What is your most memorable vacation memory? And I was maybe 9 or 10 years old. My parents and I went to go stay at a resort in San Juan Capistrano, California, of course. And it was just the most magical experience. Like, the resort was like a timeshare that we got to stay in, and because like the person who had the timeshare like wasn't gonna use it, and we're like, y'all want to use it? And we were like, yeah. So it was pretty amazing. They had like cabana style interior pools. It was my first time like really at the beach. It was just fabulous. I remember I met this little boy and he was pretending that he was fishing, and I became friends with him, and we were like pretending that we were fishing together, and he reached into his tackle box and he gave me like a little like fake little plastic like worm like bait for fishing. It was super cute, and I remember I kept it for years. I don't know what happened to it, but it was like my treasure. I'm like, I met this cute little boy on the beach and he was my friend and we were fishing and he gave me a worm. So that was a fun trip. Last time my husband and I went to Solvang, California, which if you don't know what Solvang is, it's like this beautiful little Danish village in California that was once settled by the Danes back in the day, and now it's a very touristy area close to Santa Barbara wine country, and it's just wonderful, man. We went to the Copenhagen sausage garden and had beer and brats and wine and cheese in our room, and we had this little cottage, and it was just magical. So I do love Solvang. When next time I go to California, I definitely want to go back because it was wonderful. What are your morning and evening routines? Well, in the morning, I get up and I wash my face and brush my teeth. And then lately, I've been working out by playing about 30 to 40 minutes of Just Dance, which is the best cardio scenario for me right now. And it's working out really well. Plus, I get to have fun and dance. And who doesn't like to dance? So I'm sure there's some people, but not me. And I feed the cat in the morning, and I will then sometimes take a shower in the morning, sometimes in the evening. I'm kind of random about what time of day I shower. Sometimes I like to shower like right after my workout. Sometimes I like to shower before bed. It just kind of depends. In the evening, I'm usually just hanging out with my husband. Either him or I or both of us will cook dinner. We like to watch these videos that talk about like funny things from Reddit. So it'll be like videos like, you know, a Reddit topic, and then there'll be like that automated voice that like reads the, if you've ever watched those videos, you know what I'm talking about. Or my husband also follows this like Russian meme channel, and I don't know why, but it's hilarious, and we like to watch those at night. Sometimes I like to read before bed. Lately I've been reading H.P. Lovecraft stories, so which is obviously the best thing to read before bed, right? Because why not terrify yourself before you go to sleep? Do you have any bad habits? Do I have any bad habits? That's a good question. Bad habits. Oh, I wait entirely too long to wash my makeup brushes because I buy these little things where you can just like clean your brush off on them, and then I don't wash them for like a little bit too long. I'm trying to get better about it. I know it's kind of gross when you don't wash your brushes enough, so I'm getting better about it. That's definitely a bad habit of mine. What other bad habits do I have? I don't drink enough water, but I'm getting better about that. I bought this like nice big water bottle. This stuff, I got it on Amazon, Mira, and that's the brand, I believe, Mira water bottles, and these are so good. I bought my husband one first, and he had like a matte green one, and he was taking it to work with him, and he's like, "Listen, my drinks stay cold all day," and I was like, okay, I need one of these, and it's true. This is actually from last night, and the water's still cold. It's literally the best water bottle I've ever had. We're getting into extended questions. So I finished the original 30 get to know me questions, and now we're getting into the extended questions. So, what is your favorite Netflix show? I have a lot of favorite Netflix shows. That's kind of a tough I've been watching Santa Clarita Diet. I love Drew Barrymore, and that show is hilarious. I watched the first season of Altered Carbon, waiting for the second season to come out. Waiting for Stranger Things season 3. Let's see, what else? I've watched the entire series of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I love that show very much. I've been watching Hulu a lot lately because we just discovered Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it's hilarious. If you've never watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I highly suggest checking it out. It's got Andy Samberg. So funny. We're a little behind. If you guys are at home thinking, you know, you've just now discovered Brooklyn Nine-Nine, yeah, we're a little behind. The Show Us Your Songs tab on Spotify. Not gonna do that. What I will do is tell you all of my favorite artists on Spotify currently. I have been listening to a lot of Capital Cities, especially their new album Solarize. In fact, Spotify does this thing where it tells you at the end of the year, like, what your most listened to songs were for the year. Yeah, like, most of it was Capital Cities. I also listen to a lot of Empire of the Sun. I really like them. Tame Impala. I really like Tame Impala. Clean Bandit. I listen to a lot. I like listening to, there's like a David Bowie, it's like a best of David Bowie kind of thing. I forget what the album's called. I think it's called like Legends or something. I listen to that a lot. Taylor Swift, Don't Judge. I love me some Taylor Swift. Her Reputation album was definitely one of my most played. Ariana Grande, I've been getting into more lately. I used to not really like her stuff, but I definitely liked her Sweetener album better than the Thank You Next album. I listen to Sweetener a lot more. Next question. What's the craziest thing you've done? The craziest thing I've done. This is where I expose how boring my life is. I went to go teach in China. That was pretty crazy because I don't speak Mandarin. So I had to get around without speaking Mandarin. And we had translators at the school, but when we weren't at the school we were teaching at, we were on our own. I went with a team of students from the university, and yeah, that was pretty crazy. Going to China for weeks was pretty crazy, I gotta say. Any other crazy stuff I've done? What theme parks have you been to? I've been to Disneyland California and California Adventure. I have been to Knott's Berry Farm and Six Flags Magic Mountain, all of which are in California. I have not been to any theme parks outside of California yet. So there's that. Who was your childhood best friend? I mean, I had a lot. But I would never really say I had like one best friend, so. What is your favorite genre of film and why? Definitely sci-fi. I just love exploring that very like cosmic horror, or even if it's not horror, just that sense of like accepting like you don't know what's out there, like what could be out there, what potential futures could be, potential scenarios for where our universe could be headed, the great mysteries of the universe and all the philosophies that come with exploring those concepts. I just love those kind of movies. I've never been big on like the romantic kind of girly films, although, you know, I have a few special ones that I like, but I'm sure everyone does. Yeah, I don't really watch like a lot of drama and romance movies. I watch definitely more sci-fi thrillers. I'm very looking forward to John Wick 3 right now. That's like, I'm so excited. What was your dream job as a kid? Well, it changed a lot. I will say that. But I really wanted to be a zoologist and work with animals and the scientific study of animals. Then I wanted to be a herpetologist specifically because I wanted to work with reptiles. Because when I was little, I was obsessed with the crocodile hunter. I used to go around with a home video camera and like pretend to be the crocodile hunter, and I would have like plastic snakes and I'd be like, oh crikey, it's got me, you know. And I don't have those videos anymore, but they were hilarious. I also wanted to be an astronomer for a little while when I was a kid. As an adult now that's been to college and has seen the difficulty of the astronomy class from other students taking it, I am very glad I did not pursue. I am all for women in STEM though. Go women in STEM. But astronomy looks really hard. It looks hard. I love math, but damn, some of that was like, ooh. Question 9, what is your coffee order? As far as like Starbucks, venti iced coffee with non-fat milk and Splenda. Sometimes if I'm feeling tea, I'll get a London Fog latte, which is delicious. It's like a Earl Grey with like a whipped condensed milk on top. It's so good. Cold brew, vanilla cold brew. I don't know. I kind of order a little bit of everything. I like Starbucks refreshers too, like the strawberry acai refresher. Really, really good. I don't like super sweet drinks. Occasionally, I will get a grande Java chip frap with an added shot and no whipped cream. The added shot kind of takes away from the sweetness a little bit. I don't like drinks that are super sweet. When I was younger and first discovering Starbucks, I would only get super sweet drinks. I just can't do it no more. I can't. I don't like the sweet drinks anymore. It's just not my thing. Question: what is your favorite thing to order on Uber Eats? Mexican food. Not one place in particular, just good Mexican food from Uber Eats. Good Mexican restaurants. That's what I'm into. And sometimes IHOP for breakfast. Like sometimes my husband and I like to do a breakfast in bed on like a Sunday when we're lazy to cook, and we'll order IHOP on Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever is available, and then we'll have IHOP delivered and have pancakes and eggs and all that good stuff. Have you moved from home? Where to, and how was the experience? Well, yes, last year in October, I moved across the country from California to Georgia, where we stayed for 7 months, and then moved again to North Carolina. The first move to Georgia wasn't so bad because I didn't have to move myself. The Army moved for me. Like they came, they hired a company, the company came and they got my stuff, and then I was able to relocate, just take a flight. My house was already good to go, no problems. The move to North Carolina was horrible because we decided to move ourselves. They reimburse you for costs, and sometimes you can kind of make a little bit of a profit. So we did a self-move, rented a U-Haul, we loaded everything by ourselves, we towed our car, 4-hour drive. In general is very stressful. I'm gonna be in North Carolina for 3 years, and then we're coming back to California. My husband's only doing 1 tour in the Army, so in 3 years he'll be all done. How many countries have you traveled to? Okay, so I live in the United States. I have been to Canada, Toronto, which is Ontario. So I've been to Ontario, Canada. I have been to China. When I was in China, we did Shanghai, Beijing, Dalian, which is northern China, very close to North Korea, as long as Mudanjiang, which is a little north of Dalian. So we've kind of covered China when I went there to teach, at least a good section of it. I mean, we took some planes and we flew around, and so that was a thing. And then I've been to Tijuana, Mexico. Still have a lot of traveling to do. I want to go to Germany. I want to go to Europe, Sweden. I'd love to see like that part of the world. Who is your celebrity crush? Jeff Goldblum. I love Jeff Goldblum. He's the best. If you've ever watched like his interviews or any, just like, oh, there's something about him. There's something about him. I don't know how to explain. He's just got that, you know. Put a little liner on just to help the lash band hide. I still really struggle with false lashes. I'm not gonna lie. I usually do okay with the Ardell Whispies though. These are like 3 times worn, but they're still good. I cleaned them. So, you know, when I first started wearing false lashes, I didn't know that you could reuse them, so I would just throw them away every single time. And then somebody told me, like, you know, you could reuse them like up to a few times, you know, for drugstore. And then the higher end ones, you can keep using them. And I was like, That would have saved me a lot of $5 trips to CVS. Do you have any pets? Show them to us. Well, if I didn't cut it out, I did show you my cat earlier in the video, but I'll probably just insert a picture so you can see my beautiful little Mila. She is a sweetheart. I love her so much, my little kitty. She is 6 months old and the best. Where she's getting the surgery this week. We're having her spayed before she goes into heat for the first time, because apparently if you spay your cat before they go into heat, spay or neuter, it prevents a lot of health problems, so we're gonna be doing that. Stop talking just while I do my liner, okay? So we'll do a little montage clip right here. Whew, okay, now I can breathe. Let me tell you, man, I've got twitchy eyelids. I have really twitchy eyelids, so liner, lashes, all of that is hard. On top of having twitchy eyelids, I don't have a steady hand. I mean, it's not like wobbly that much, but like when I'm doing this, my hand is like not the steadiest. So I struggle. I'm not one of those perfect gurus that's just like boom, boom, liner, which I mean, I'm sure they struggle too. They just don't show it on camera. You know, I'm calling you out, beauty gurus. Anyways, this eyelash on before the glue gets too dry. I recently discovered that if you put it on before the glue completely dries, oh, it's better. I was waiting too long. Okay, the lashes are on. The glue's still drying, so they look a little funky, and I haven't done mascara yet. I've recently figured out that I prefer to put the fake lashes on first and then mascara, because what happens is the mascara like kind of keeps the glue from like binding properly. I don't know, maybe it's in my head, but I just noticed for me it's easier to put the fake lashes on first without any mascara on, and then put the mascara in after the glue dries. So while the glue dries for a minute, let's do some more questions. What do you do in your free time? I like to write, I like to paint, I like to do just some like acrylic painting, play with my cat, I like to hang out with my husband. I like to play video games. I've recently been playing the Yoshi's Crafted World on my Switch, which is super cute, super fun. I love Yoshi games. I play World of Warcraft, so, you know, go Horde. I like to play with makeup, as you guys know. To be social, so when I do have the chance to hang out with people, I like to do that. Do you have any weird quirks? I'm a pretty quirky person all around. I mean, I burst out into song all the time. I like to make up random rhymes. My husband calls me a lyrical wordsmith. I just kind of spit stuff. Overall, I've got a lot of quirks. I'm a quirky person, so there's that. What is your favorite color? Basically this color. This shade of pink, this sort of like light carnation pink. Oh, I love light pink colors. Like Paris Hilton pink. Or is she more of a hot pink? I'm not really sure what Paris Hilton's pink is, but I love pink. And fire colors, so red, yellow, orange. Sunset colors, purple too. I love those colors. You know your personality type. Oh, I am that, what is it called? The Myers-Briggs personality test. I think I am an oh God, I forgot. ENI. Going by Harry Potter, I'm a Slytherin. I am ambitious and misunderstood and cunning and ruthless. Setting spray first and then mascara. I prefer to do setting spray before mascara because I've learned the hard way that sometimes, depending on the mascara, if you do the mascara first, it's not a good thing. So you get your setting spray, then you get your fan, then you do mist. This Morphe continuous setting spray is the best thing on the planet, by the way. And then, forget why you're supposed to do this, but Nikki Tutorial said you should always dry off after you do setting spray. I forget why. I just do it. Plus, it gives me an excuse to use this beautiful fan that I got as a gift from a parent in China. So, there's that. Okay. Have you been to any concerts or festivals? Which were the most memorable? Last year, I went to Taylor Swift's Reputation Stadium Tour in Pasadena. such a good show. I had such a good time. I took my mother-in-law. It was right after my husband went to the army, so we were both lonely, and we bonded, and we went to the concert, and we had a great time. Britney Spears' circus tour, back, way back then, I went to the circus tour, and it was wonderful. Seeing Britney in concert, like, you don't even believe she's a real person. Like, she just looks like a Barbie, like a living Barbie, just like so perfect, just beautiful. Such a good performer too, I swear. Oh my goodness. I haven't really been to any festivals. I go to the Renaissance Fair all the time, which there's no Renaissance Fair within a 100-mile radius of me now, so that's very depressing. But I do like going to the Ren Fair, big turkey leg and a glass of meat, and go with my friends, and we dress up and we get into the whole thing. As far as like Coachella type festivals, no, I really haven't been to any festivals like that, but I want to. They look fun. Picking a mascara. Better Than Sex by Too Faced. What are your favorite values in friends? That's a great question. I like friends that actually want to do things and don't just say they want to do things. Like, you have those friends, like, they're like, oh yeah, we should do this sometime, or okay, you guys should come over sometime, you guys should do this. I like friends that'll actually hit you up and be like, yo, let's go do this. And you're like, okay, and you actually do the things, and it's not just talk. I like friends that I can actually go out and do stuff with. Friends that are very understanding if you have like stuff going on and you can't hang out, they don't guilt you about it. Because I've had friends that, like, if you don't do things, they'll guilt you about it. I think it's a very important quality in a friend for them to be understanding, especially when I struggle with mental health, because I do struggle with depression. I need friends that aren't going to be like, yo, what do you mean you can't come because you're depressed? I need friends that are going to be like, okay, take a day, do whatever you need, let me help you, I'll bring over some coffee, or, whatever the case may be. Or if you just don't feel like you're in the mood to be around people, you need friends that respect that. Those are qualities that I like in a friend. Friends that would be down to go to McDonald's drunk at 2 a.m. and order chicken nuggets. Those are the best kind of friends. Chelsea, I'm talking to you. Is one thing you wish people knew about you? I just want to live my best life. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself, and sometimes it's a struggle, especially, things like my weight and trying to get on track with that. But you know what? I'm just doing me, and I'm doing really well right now. I'm pretty happy. I mean, obviously I'm very homesick and I'd like to be back in California, but I'm just doing my best here. That's what's important. What social media are you addicted to? Instagram. It's basically the only social media I really use. More of a lurker on Facebook. I like looking at memes and checking the groups that I'm in to see what's going on in my area, but I'm not big on posting on Facebook. But Instagram, I'm on a lot. I love Instagram. I love getting inspiration and seeing what all my favorite beauty gurus are up to. What is the biggest struggle you overcame? Moving back, I lived in Arizona for a few years and I hated it. This was back when I was 20, 18, 19, 20, around there. I hated it. Moving back to California was a struggle though, because I was broke and I had no job out here and I had to build myself back up. But like the phoenix, I rose from my ashes and we got through it and it was great. Who is your role model? I talked about this a little bit earlier, but definitely Samantha March. She's a very inspiring YouTuber to me, just in the way that she handles herself, the way that she structures her YouTube channel, the way that she's overcome many obstacles in her life. I just find her really inspirational. My husband, definitely. I always look up to him. I just think that he's overcome a lot in his life and he's doing so well, and I look up to him a lot. And the kind of stuff that he has to deal with the Army, every day I'm like, I don't know how you do that. And I love you for doing it, because he's taking care of us right now and he is the best. My friend Chelsea back in California, who's living her best life right now. I mean, I'm so jealous. She is just, she's a photographer and she's amazing and inspiring and I love her. And if you're watching, Chelsea, I love you. We're going out with friends. Describe your night. Going out with friends. So we start with dinner. Then we go to a nicer bar, a bar and lounge kind of deal, where we get a couple cocktails, specialty drinks, handcrafted beverages, you know what I mean? And then we go to a dive bar and we get cheap drinks. I also love just doing a kickback. you know, drink and paint and chillax kind of deal. Listen to music, dance around, you know, watch movies and just hang out. I like more of that. We just need lips, right? Couple more questions. I think we're done though with makeup. Narcissistic montage. Where did we leave off? Role model, friends. What are you happiest with in your life? Is this the last question? Yeah, it is. What are you happiest with in your life? I'm happy that I have a husband who loves me. I have a little kitty that warms up my life every day. I have lots of makeup to play with. I have friends from a distance and closer that I love dearly and I cherish. And yeah. Overall, I can't complain, really. I have a hardworking husband. I have a bachelor's degree that I worked very hard to earn, and I'm very proud that I have that. And yeah, overall, good vibes. All right. If you liked this video, please feel free to subscribe for more content from me. I have some videos I have in the works, some ideas. Obviously, I'm just trying to get more comfortable being on the camera, but I got some ideas brewing up here of some beauty-related stuff that I want to do. Technically, the get to know me questions are a tag. So I'm going to actually tag a couple people. So in the description, I'm going to put the link to the set of questions if you want to try it yourself. People I'm going to tag are my friend Chelsea. I'm tagging my friend Ariel because why not? I also tag you viewers to do these questions, so I will definitely put the link for the questions down below. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this very random question answer and get ready with me, and I hope all of you viewers have a lovely afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, whatever time it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you next time. Bye!